Today we're going to look at a basic chip and run shot. So I would categorise a chip and run shot as a ball that stays on the ground for longer than it does in the air. Now I would look to do this because if I've got a lot of green to work with, the quicker I can get the ball landing on the green, the more I can rely on what's going to happen. If I'm trying to pitch the ball halfway between myself and the flag and I've got a lot of green to work with, you can have inconsistencies in bounce. So you're not always guaranteeing what's going to happen when the ball lands on the green. So the quicker you can get the ball running, the more consistent it will be, basically. Now obviously there's differences that if you've got tiers to go up, then you might want to loft one up a bit more. But generally this sort of shot here is going to help you get closer to the hole more consistently from a chip and run situation. So when we're playing chip shots, there's obviously different factors that we've got to take into account. If we're pitching into an upslope or downslope, if it's an upslope it's going to stop quicker, downslope it's going to kick on and run on quicker. Speed of greens, slope on greens. So you've got to look at it as if you're looking at a putt. So if we're trying to run a ball up, the ball's obviously going to take a break like a putt would take. So you've got to take those into consideration. And even things like strong winds are going to affect what's going to happen. So you've got to survey the shot, check out your lie. Your lie is going to determine what you can do from it anyway. So what we're thinking about here, although I'm indoors, we're just thinking about we've got a fairly decent lie and we're going to try and miss out the collar of rough around the green and get the ball rolling. So now, rather than setting up to it in a normal position here for a chip and run shot, we wouldn't set up to it as if we were hitting a full shot. What we want to do is we want to get ourselves closer to the ball, more over the top of the ball, similar to what we would do with a putter, so we can get the control of the club a bit more. It's a lot easier to control it when we're over the top of it and control the path of the club and the face of the club. So the first thing I'm going to actually do is with the club, so the sole of the club here, I'm going to lift it so the toe is pushing into the ground. Now the reason I'm doing it is because this area of the club here is going to actually help be a bit more forgiving for us, and it's going to offer some relief. So we're going to use that to get a more consistent strike. So what I'm going to do, I would raise the handle of the club up so it's quite vertical, as you can see. I'll move quite close here and I'm gripping down it. Now I grip it with my putter grip here. You can grip it with a normal grip, but I grip it with my putter grip here because I can lock this angle here angling my wrist a lot better. Body slightly to the left, and my club shaft is leaning slightly forward. And basically from here, what we can do is keep your body really steady and you're just using that putting action. So toe into the ground, shaft upright, locking this left wrist in. I've got my putter grip, just going to rock the shoulder. Okay, and I can get that ball running up there nicely. So toe into the ground, that's going to offer some relief. Now, if you're a bit anxious about chipping and a bit nervy, and you've got rescue clubs 5 wood, 7 woods, these are brilliant for playing this type of shot. And again, we'd play it fairly similar. We'd get close to it. I'm going quite a long way down the shafts, as you can see. I'm getting down there. So, and we've set up in the same manner, and we're just going to rock those shoulders back and forward and let the club pop it up in the air. Now that's quite a good thing to do because it's got some loft in it. It's going to jump for a bit and then it's going to roll out. So if you're a bit nervous about chipping with an 8-iron or a 7-iron in that chip and run shot, give the rescue club a go. And it's really good out of sort of bad lies where your ball's sitting down because it pops out and then just rolls. What you've got to be is versatile with your short game. It's not just a one-dimensional thing. So you can use a lot of your clubs in your bag to play a lot of different shots. So it's about experimentation and being open-minded about the types of shots you can play, and that's where things like rescue clubs come into it. So anyway, they're good ones that you can, I mean, I've just hit some chip shots here on the carpet, so you can do it indoors as well. Okay, give that a go, and we'll be back tomorrow with another tip.